Are you the type narcissists fear? Find out in these 7 personality types. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to trigger narcissists' rage? It's not just a coincidence, it's rooted in a deep-seated self-loathing. Narcissists often despise others because they can't stand themselves. But there are certain types of individuals that they absolutely can't tolerate. It's like trying to push 2 magnets together with the same poles. Curious to know who these people are and what makes them so intolerable to narcissists? In today's episode, we're uncovering 7 types of individuals that narcissists detest the most. Let's get started. Number 1, they despise truth-tellers. Narcissists have a deep-seated aversion to those who speak the truth. Truth-tellers disrupt the illusion they've constructed by refusing to support their false personas. When these individuals observe dysfunction, they openly acknowledge it. When they perceive injustice, they label it as such. Their unwillingness to conform to the narcissist's delusions makes them targets, often seen as the black sheep within narcissistic families. In such environments, truth-tellers frequently find themselves isolated. Family members may unite to abuse, humiliate, and gaslight them, attempting to convince them that they are the source of the problem. Because they refuse to engage in the family's toxic dynamics, they face rejection and abandonment. While speaking their truth may preserve their mental well-being, it often comes at the expense of their emotional stability. In these toxic households, there is no sanctuary for them. They are perpetually under attack. Narcissists abhor those who reflect their true selves back at them. For them, facing reality feels like a personal assault, threatening their carefully crafted facade. As a result, truth-tellers become targets of their wrath, as their honesty represents a fundamental challenge to the narcissist's existence. Number 2, they resent happy people. Narcissists harbor a deep-seated animosity towards individuals who experience authentic happiness. Witnessing others find joy and live life fully evokes feelings of jealousy and inadequacy in them. They derive a twisted sense of power from your suffering, especially when they are the source of it. Their sadistic tendencies lead them to take delight in your tears and your anxieties over their hurtful words or actions. When you begin to thrive, radiate positivity, and embrace life, it triggers their feelings of abandonment and neglect. In response to this discomfort, they resort to destructive tactics aimed at undermining your happiness. This explains why, even if you attempt to create distance from a narcissist, while cohabitating, true joy or peace remains elusive. They will incessantly seek ways to disrupt your contentment, ensuring that you remain preoccupied with worries, whether related to the relationship or their manipulative behaviors. Their need to control and dominate overshadows your ability to experience carefree moments, trapping you in a cycle of anxiety and distress. Number 3, they disdain those who show vulnerability. Narcissists have a deep aversion to individuals who openly express their emotions and embrace their fragility. They view vulnerability as a weakness to be avoided at all costs. When faced with tears or displays of emotion, they recoil in disgust, refusing to engage with what they perceive as weakness. You may witness their physical reaction, turning away or visibly repulsed, when you are in a vulnerable state. They often belittle your feelings, dismissing them with remarks like, "Enough with the drama already." Gradually, your authentic expressions of vulnerability become redefined as mere oversensitivity in their eyes. Each time you attempt to communicate your emotions or address issues in the relationship, you're labeled as irrational or accused of being overly dramatic. Over time, this constant dismissal can lead you to question your own sanity, prompting thoughts like, "Am I really crazy for feeling this way?" As a result, you may start to dissociate from your emotions and numb yourself to protect against further shame. You silence your voice, and when conflicts arise, you instinctively take the blame. This pattern fosters a profound disconnect within your sense of self, a phenomenon I refer to as identity paralysis, an unraveling that occurs within the mind of a survivor, leading to a fractured sense of identity. Number 4, they resent those who are creative. Narcissists harbor a deep-seated disdain for creativity because their abilities are limited to imitation rather than original creation. They lack the capacity to genuinely feel, and instead resort to stealing ideas from others. In my view, creativity represents the highest form of divine expression in humanity. It necessitates a profound connection with oneself to bring forth something fresh and distinctive. However, narcissists exist in a state of artificiality. They can only reflect what others do, adopting their preferences and presenting them as their own. When you unleash your creativity, it injects an element of unpredictability into the environment, something that deeply unsettles narcissists. Unpredictability is akin to kryptonite for them. They struggle to understand, navigate, or dominate it, which triggers their anxiety. To cope with this discomfort, they often attempt to siphon off your creative energy by manipulating you into revealing your ideas, only to later claim them as their own. This scenario frequently unfolds in professional settings or business interactions with narcissists. They eagerly seek insight into your thoughts, particularly if you're imaginative, so they can exploit your originality for their gain. Yet, despite their relentless appropriation, it will never satisfy them. Number 5. They abhor genuine individuals. Why is this? Because genuine individuals possess the ability to see through the narcissist's facade and recognize their inauthenticity. Unlike others, they do not succumb to manipulative tactics, such as love bombing. To the narcissist, this recognition is revolting and intolerable, as they can sense the underlying toxicity in the narcissist's behavior. The superficial charm and false niceness fail to resonate with them. These people have confronted their own traumas, leaving no vulnerabilities for the narcissist to exploit. They embody their true selves, where their inner essence aligns perfectly with their external persona. They possess integrity, honesty, and the courage to voice their thoughts, regardless of the narcissist's approval. A narcissist's existence is essentially one grand illusion, upheld by their delusions. When they encounter an authentic individual who reflects their true nature, it shatters their carefully constructed fantasy, causing their delusional world to collapse. As you might expect, this is something a narcissist loathes. They detest your authenticity because, for them, if their entire being is a deception, then the external world must also conform to that falsehood. They demand compliance, requiring you to engage in their fabricated narrative and sustain a shared illusion. The instant you assert, "No, that's not my desire, that's not my identity, and that's not what I value," is precisely when they feel betrayed. Number 6. Narcissists detest courageous individuals. Narcissists have a deep-seated aversion to courageous individuals because their cowardice stands in stark contrast. They loathe your tenacity, which drives them to exert every effort to undermine you. Your strength serves as a painful reminder of their own vulnerabilities. To further their agenda, they often enlist flying monkeys and enablers to ensnare you, keeping you entangled in the chaos they orchestrate. When you finally break free, witnessing your liberation is unbearable for them. They despise seeing you advocate for a cause, openly share your feelings, and take responsibility for your actions, qualities they themselves lack. Embracing one's mistakes and accepting accountability are true markers of bravery. It requires tremendous courage to admit wrongs, and when you do so, it highlights their inadequacies. Deep down, narcissists yearn for authenticity. The concept captivates them, but their constructed facade prevents it from materializing. You are unlikely aware of their tactics. If they cannot possess what you have, they will attempt to strip it away. If they cannot succeed in that, they will resort to destruction. This is precisely the course of action they pursue with your courage. Number 7. Narcissists resent visionary and independent thinkers. Narcissists harbor a strong disdain for individuals who are big-picture thinkers, visionaries, and those who actively turn their dreams into tangible realities. While narcissists thrive on illusions of grandeur, they are deeply threatened by those who genuinely make a significant impact, transforming countless lives in the process. Although they secretly desire to achieve similar feats, these aspirations often remain mere fantasies in their minds. When they witness someone like you bringing your visions to life, it triggers their feelings of inadequacy and failure. Their inflated self-image whispers to them, "You are exceptional, capable of anything," yet they struggle to take the necessary steps to actualize those grand ideas. They cannot tolerate it when you shape your own reality, devise actionable plans, and execute them successfully. This capability renders them powerless and vulnerable, which is why they view ambitious, independent individuals as threats, leading them to attempt to undermine or diminish your accomplishments. Which of these people are you? Drop your type in the comments below.